How's it going, guys? Jackson here from the Toasty Bros, and today we're going to be doing a review of this XY Find It. Now this is actually the version 3. This one is not out yet as far as I can tell, and from the information I've been given. This one was sent to us as a kind of pre-release thing for us to kind of give you guys a little tour of it and give you an idea of what all is going to be included once it does come out. Now from what I can tell, this should be out in April of this year, 2016. So it's pretty soon that you guys will be able to see it. I'll let you can see the back here. And just to give you a little idea before we get too into this of what it does, is you can hook it up to something like a keychain or like a camera or something like that, which I'll show you some more examples. And it's basically like a Bluetooth tracker to where you can find that object if you lose it. I'm especially going to like this for keys, because I'm the type of person that leaves my car keys everywhere and then I can never find them. So you can even buy them in 8-packs too, so if you have a lot of keys, you can put it on each one and maybe never lose your keys again. Alright, so reading off the paper that was sent to me, it says the current versions of this app can be found on the App Store and on the Google Play Store by searching XY Find It. So just like what you're going to do is go to your App Store or Play Store, depending on if you have Android or iPhone, so it works with both. And you're going to search XY Find It. It says to sync your XY3. So like I said, this is XY3, but it should be pretty much the same, I would think, with the other ones. Open the app, hit the plus sign in the upper right hand corner, hold the XY button on the X3 until the unit emits two-tone beep, and follow the instructions in the app, and that's it. So in theory this should be really easy to set up, and we're going to see if it's that easy or if I have to kind of troubleshoot some things. Alright, so before we just start tearing this box open, let's go ahead and show you guys the outside one last time. So they have a really nice looking box actually. Oh, and you know what, I just found where it says XY3. The whole time I'm like, I don't even know what version this is besides from what he told me. But you can see it says XY3 right there. Maybe it does say it on the actual tracker, I'm not too sure yet. And then on the back here, let's see what we have. So never lose anything important again, stop wasting time searching for lost items, well of course. Always know where your things are. Okay, it's kind of the same thing. Join a global lost and found community. I'm kind of interested in what exactly that means. But the first two things are obviously the main point of this device. You want to be able to find lost things. So here's some examples they have here. Let me adjust the camera here for you guys. So you can see they have one on looks like a bag of some sort. They have one on a camera, one on a bike, which I thought that was kind of an interesting idea to keep it on a bike. And then it looks like one on like a compass or something, which I'm sure a lot of people have their own uses for these things. My main thing would be like car keys, which, I don't know, maybe this is like a lanyard is what I'm starting to think now. One thing I wanted to point out real quick is the fact that this is the first ever box that I've seen that actually has an open thing on it when it's one of these packages. I don't really hate these. You have to cut through them, you have to chop them up. This one actually has a part that go like that. Alright. And then, oh my gosh. Why doesn't, I mean I realize a lot of companies don't do this because of stealing, but Lord Jesus, every company needs this. That was so easy and it's painless. I didn't have to cut my hand off to try and get this open. So here we have the actual item in our hand. That was it. There's nothing else in the box, and it's super duper lightweight. Let me see, there's really not much detail for you guys to see. Now they do have a lot of different colors and looks to these, and they all do look really cool in my opinion. And like I said, it's super light, like, and it feels pretty durable. It doesn't feel like it's just gonna break in half if I drop it or anything. Alright, so I managed to pop it open. As you can see, we have one of those button batteries inside. It says it's a 3-volt battery, and it's a CR2032, so you can actually replace it. So that's pretty nice, not having to worry about buying a new one every time the battery dies. As far as battery life goes, I'm not too sure, but I'll check that for you guys and I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. And then it also comes with a little hole right here so you can attach it to a keychain, string, whatever you might have. It doesn't look like it comes with anything to actually put on there. No, it doesn't actually come with anything, which isn't a big deal because it's not that hard to find like a key ring holder or something like that. Alright, and so now we're going to go to a Play Store. I'm going to see how hard this is to find, so we're going to type in XY Find It. That's what I believe it was called. Let's go ahead and install that. Hope that we have enough storage in here to actually install it. Go ahead and open it up. See, they have a nice little screen here, and we're going to have to make an account. So go ahead and do all that. Alright, so I don't know if you guys are able to see it. I was kind of confused. So this is actually a button. Although it doesn't click or anything, I'm assuming it pushes the battery in, or there's something inside in the little circuit board in here. And oh my gosh, I'm dropping it so many times. And it made a little two-tone beep where it was like doo-doo, and now it's supposedly synced. So let me go ahead and pull this back up for you guys. Alright, so now you can see I don't even really know what I'm doing here, so we're just gonna go for it. Place your XY, find it right next to your phone, and press the button when prompted. So it's asking, am I ready? So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Alright, searching, registering, which I'm actually gonna put on the table to make it a little easier, because that button is actually pretty freaking hard to press. Press the button. What will you attach your XY to? I'm gonna go ahead and start off and say keys, which I'm assuming that's just gonna let me know that that's what it's attached to when I go to track it, especially if you have multiple trackers. Yeah, so that's definitely one of those things you can't really lose. Alright, so you can click stop. Okay, so we can actually stop and make the beeping go. Let me get a set of keys here. Alright, so we got a little dummy set of keys. This isn't actually a dummy set, it's to a car, but let's go ahead and see how easy this is to put in the key ring. It's not too hard to get in. Just stretch it out a little bit, but it's no big deal. Alright, so we got the key ring on the, or actually we have the XY on the key ring. So now, let's go ahead and act like we lost them. Okay, so I finally managed to figure it out. So if you click on here, it'll actually bring you to like your exact location, and it shows you right there. You can see how close you actually are to your Bluetooth tracker. So you're gonna hold the actual Bluetooth tracker down. So now you can see we got this, we can see battery life, how close exactly we are to it, and then you can click beep, and it should start beeping any second now. There it goes. So yeah, it's definitely loud enough to hear. That's not a problem. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually try putting this in the other room and see if it reaches that long. Okay, so right now I have it in my living room. I'm currently in my bedroom still, and I'm gonna say it's about 25, maybe 30 feet away, and there's a couple walls between me. So let's go ahead and try that out. Alright, so it definitely takes a little bit longer. I don't know. Might be too far. Oh, no, there it goes. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's pretty loud. Alright, so that works. So let's try going a little further with it. Alright, yeah, so it's actually definitely too far away. If you have the tracker, like I said, mine's about 50 feet away, about 2 rooms apart from me, and it's out of range now. So just to give you an idea about how far it'll go, now take for granted that about how far it is right now, I really can't even hear it if it was going off. I mean, I could faintly hear it probably, but this is kind of more the thing where you got to know the room that you probably lost your keys or whatever item you have in, and then you have a better chance of finding it. But what this also does though is it'll also show your last shown location or last synced location, so you can see when the last time your Bluetooth actually synced up with the XY Find It, and then you can kind of get a better idea of where you probably last left it. So overall, I think this is actually a pretty cool item. I myself would have actually picked one up a while back if I really knew that there was a such thing. I mean, I kind of had just started hearing about them because Matt had did a review of one of them, but it's kind of one of those things where when I was younger, I always said, it's like my mom and people like that, I'm like, why don't they have something like that where if you lose, you put on your keys and you can just GPS track it, which it's getting pretty close to that. Right now, it's kind of more of like a groundbreaking technology where all we really have is it'll just beep for you, and if you're out of range, you're kind of out of luck. But keep in mind that, like I said, this does keep in track your last known location of this, so in a way it kind of is like a GPS tracker. It's just not quite, I guess you could say, all the time. So if you were to not have your Bluetooth on and you lose it somewhere, then it might be a little bit harder to actually find it. But it's still really cool though, the fact that if you don't, like if you live in a house, or I guess that was kind of a dumb saying, but if you live somewhere and you have keys, a camera, a bike, I mean, they have all sorts of examples that I thought were pretty good and clever to use on, then it could definitely be a big help to you. And it can even help with stolen items, honestly. If it shows where it was last synced to, you can tell where it last was before it was taken by someone. And in some cases, maybe if you're lucky, the same person will still be in the same area as you, and you can make the little beeper go off, and they're going to be like, oh my god, what the hell is this? And it's going to be your little Bluetooth tracker, which just saved the day. So thank you guys for watching this simple review. It was pretty simple, like I said, because there wasn't really much to show. But it's one of those things where it's good that it's simple. It's not meant to be super complicated. You don't want all sorts of gadgets to go with it. You just want a simple way to find a device if you lose it, and that's exactly what this is. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you guys later.